Hello everyone, class 9th. I am Rashid Khan over here from Lakshmi Prasad Memorial Public School, Gola Bazar, Gorakhpur. Class, we will discuss over here about the chapter number 4, that is structure of an atom. And as you know that structure of atom, in which the topic will be discovery of electron. Why? Because here some scientists discovered, the scientist who discovered first electron, or here is the existence of electron that can be confirmed by the scientist known as J.J. Thomson. So the existence of electrons is shown by or discovered by J.J. Thomson in 1897. How it's shown that there is an electron present in any atom of any matter. So we can say that in any element there is a smallest structure called as an atom, but the most smallest are the subatomic particles are electron, proton and neutron. So the electron, proton and neutron, how this come to exist? Sir J.J. Thomson in 1897, who firstly discovered about the electron in 1897. How he is discovered about? He put it out, he taken as a cylinder in which the gas taken as at a very low pressure, when the very high voltage are introduces. So what will happen? Due to introducing these of the high voltage electric, there is a flow of electrons takes place. Why? Because there is an electric current passes out. How it can be? Let's show. Suppose if there is a cylindrical tube, or it is a tube in which one portion is supposed to be the cathode and second one is anode, and that one is cathode, and here is a gas filled up on a very low pressure gases are filled up. At very low pressure the gas filled in it, and here is the temperature, or we can say the very high electricity supplied to it. When the very high electricity is supplied to this one, so there will be a current pass, and when the current pass, so through this here is a current pass, and due to which here are some of the electrons produces, or rays produces. These rays are what actually? These rays arises or produces, and it clear that it confirms that there is a ray arise from a place known as cathode. So this rays is known as what? Cathode rays. If it is a cathode rays, so it will be which type of a charges? It has the charges about negative, so that one contain the negative charges, and we know that very well about the negative charges it can have. So that means it is clear that if there is a negative charges produced by the cathode, or we can say the cathode rays produces, so there will be the negative charges produces. These negative charges produces on behalf of what bulb? That means in any elements or any atom there will be the negative charge known as electrons. So these negative charges is confirms that there is a existence of electrons. Now it is the process by which the existence of electron might be shown. How it can happen? Here it can be represented by this. It can also represented by the other structure we will draw here. In any vacuum tube in which there is a connections put it off through the battery by means of cathode and anode. Here is the some of the gases taken at a very low pressure. When these gases are taken, when the gas taken at a very low pressure and filled up in it, and when there is a high voltage current supplied to this, there will be a charge produced. These charge are rays produced. These rays are produced from the cathode. So that one is called as a cathode ray. That one is called cathode rays. And these rays, as you know, the electron is also a negative charge. That means that can have a negatively charged. That can be a negatively charged. So it is proved that this flow of charges in the form of a cathode rays, it must be negative. It must be negative in nature. So it's proved that there is an electrons that can contain a negative charge, and due to which here is proved that there is an electrons which runs in the form of a cathode ray. So it is the way by which we can confirm that there is a electron produced. How this can be produced? Let's discuss. Thomson explained about this, that there is an electron which can be forms or which can be examined or discovered when there is a very high electricity provided in a tube in which a gas filled up at a very low temperature at a very low pressure, due to which there is a current flow. So by this flow of a current, there is a rays produces from the cathode end, or the end of the cathode there is a rays produces. This ray produces. So here the J.J. Thomson explained about that the gas taken in the discharge tube, there is an atom, and in all the atoms there is electrons. How it can be proved? When there is a discharge, there is in a discharge tube the gas taken in which the gas filled up at a very low pressure, and when a very high voltage electricity provided, there is some shifting of electrons takes place. Why? Because the shifting of electrons takes place. Why? Because when there is electricity provided, the sum of the electron produces, and these electrons forwarded from the cathode. So it is proved that there is a electric ray, or you can say the cathode ray pass out or produces from the end of the cathode. So that rays is called as a cathode rays. It indicated that there is a cathode rays in the form of a negatively charged ions or the particles produces. Why? Because it is produces from the cathode ends. So that is called as a cathode rays. And these cathode rays are said to be what? Actually said to be electrons. Why? Because in all the elements there is a electrons found. How we can say that? Because in each elements, suppose in case of a hydrogen, there is only one proton and one neutron, but there is an electron and there is a proton. So it only in case of a hydrogen there is a single electrons, but in case of another element there is a more than electrons are found. So it is proved that there is in all the atoms of a molecules there are a number of electrons are found. That is its subatomic particles. One of its subatomic particles it is called as electrons that have the charge. Which type of a charge they can consist? They can consisting of a negative charged. So the negatively charged particles that can arise from the cathode, that is termed as electrons. These electrons are having a negative charge. So here we can say the electrons that can have the negatively charged, it can be found in all the elements in the form of atoms, that is in the form of subatomic particles. So we can see here they are the characteristics of these electrons. What are the characteristics of the electrons? So we will discuss about characteristics of electrons. What are the different characteristics of the electrons? Electrons has its most important two characteristics. These characteristics are about what actually? These characteristics are, first, the mass of an electron. The mass of an electrons. And second one is charge on electrons. So we will discuss on this topic about mass of electrons. What is actually the mass of electrons? Why? Because there is hydrogen, it is the smallest element, or you can say it is the smallest element in whole element. Why? Because it can have its mass is about 1 unit. If it's the smallest, so its 1 unit mass is equal to the mass of hydrogen is hydrogen mass, or mass of a hydrogen is about 1 unit. And you need to know about it is a very low mass of the electrons that could not be considered as compared to the hydrogen. Why? Because it can be a very small unit through which it is a very small unit through which this can be considered of about that the electron as the mass of electrons. Through these particular type of unit, that is hydrogen element. So through the hydrogen element, it can be considered that its mass is about to 1 unit. And suppose if it has 1 unit, and in case of the electrons, so the electron mass is 1 upon 1840 unit. It is about the hydrogen mass. It's compared to the hydrogen mass. It is about to 1 upon 1840. It is the total mass. It is what actually it is the mass in a unit of about the electrons. So what we can say that actually the electron having about what actually there is the 10 to the power minus 24 grams. It is a very low mass that cannot be considered. This can be negligible when there is a calculating of atomic masses. So the masses of electron can be considered as a negligible. How this can be? It could be measured at 9 into 10 to the power minus 24 grams. If it is so, we can say that it is about 9 into 10 to the power minus 28 grams. Its unit is about to the unit of the hydrogen, that can be considered as the unit of the electron of the hydrogen is about to 1 upon 1840th part. That is, its units is considered to be the hydrogen masses is about to 1 upon 1840th unit. So it is the very small mass that can be considered. So we can say that the average mass of electron can be considered as 9 into 10 to the power minus 28 grams. So we can say the relatively mass of an electron is considered to be 1 unit of the hydrogen is about 1 upon 1840. So this can be measured, this can be written as that the average or relatively mass of an electron is to be 9 into 10 to the power minus 28 gram. It is the what we can say the mass. Second one is charges of electron. Charge of electron. The electron can consider as a negatively charged. So this can be measured. It has a very small quantity, or we can say the very small charges having, that is 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 24. So what is, minus 19. So 1.6 into the 10 to the power minus 19, what? It is actually Coulomb. This is the charge that can be considered about that the electrons. So the charges of electron might be 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19. It is what actually? It is the charge having by the electrons. So we can say that it is a negatively charged. So this can be considered to be as electron. As you know, it is represented like this. So E is for electron, minus it is proved that there is a negative charge. So we can say that 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 Coulomb, it is what actually relatively charge that can electrons have. Okay, we will discuss to the next.